If you do decide that you do want to take me up on my offer and fight me, then I must warn you. I bleed very easily. As we're on this nostalgia train, I figured there's no better time to be covering the mummy. Which kinda showed up out of nowhere, to be honest, but I'm actually pretty glad that it did. And just for clarity, we're looking at the 1999 version, not the abomination that they call the 2017 version. Good? Great, now we're on the same page. As usual, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses, so buckle up, grab some coffee, subscribe, and let's do this thing! The movie starts off in ancient Egypt and we're introduced to Imhotep, the pharaoh's high priest and keeper of the dead? Wow. You know, growing up I always thought that Anaxunamun was the pharaoh's daughter, but if she's his mistress and not any of his main squeezes, like does it really matter? Brutus wants to hog all the girls for himself. Frick. Anyways, Imhotep don't care and wants some of that forbidden pearl. Conveniently enough, the pharaoh decided to come check one of his many mistresses, and just when he realizes someone been touching her, they send him to the afterlife. So Imhotep's priests take him away and Anaxunamun pulls a Juliet. So he sets off on a mission to resurrect her, but Pharaoh's bodyguards ended up following him to stop him before he can complete his ritual. Very poor, very bad stealth. And they condemn him to a curse so brutal it had never been bestowed before. So how do you all know about it? Like, how you know for sure this will work? Imagine being buried alive while having flesh-eating bugs numb away at you. Frick boy, I hope that pearl was worth it, because no, not me. Now we're in the present day, being the 1920s, so 3,000 years later, give or take. Now we're introduced to our protagonist, Rick, and his buddy, Benny, who arguably is the best character in the movie. You will see why later. There's a whole army coming straight at them, and Benny just dips. That was quick. Leaving Rick to fight them on his own, essentially. So... and Benny betrays him again! Benny's a lovable character. So lovable. Rick runs till he gets surrounded, but then the horses get scared and they dip. Then he sees this absolute nightmare fuel. Like, how is he able to do that if he's still dead? Like, remember, he isn't even resurrected. Like, how? Now we're introduced to our other main character, Evelyn, and she's a bit clumsy. Just a bit.
Give me frogs, flies, locusts, anything but you.
Wow, well, tell me how you really feel, jeez. I'd much rather walk barefoot on coals, have my fingernails removed, or be skinned alive than to deal with you. I said I was sorry. I didn't know it was the last slice of pizza. And bro just continues berating her, so let's move on.
I am the only person within 1,000 miles who knows how to properly code and catalogue this library. Period.
You tell him, sister. And now we're introduced to her goofy, quirky brother, Jonathan, or Johnny Boy, who she confides the whole situation to, and he says he has something to cheer her up. And what is that key thingy from earlier with a map inside of it? Now I'm wondering, why would they ever want to find him again? Like, would you just feel like going to resurrect him to chill with him? I don't understand. But this curator guy isn't buying any of it, saying it's all a myth. While they're gushing over the history of it, the genius curator was holding it above an open flame and burned a part of the map. No comment. Well, it turns out Johnny Boy stole the key from Rick, but I'm not exactly sure why he's in prison now. Like, that information kind of escaped me. I wasn't paying attention. So he explains that he found the key in the city of Hamunaptra, which is the city of the dead, essentially. So naturally, Evie wants him to tell her how to get there.
Then get me the hell out of here.
I have a feeling that won't slide today. But yeah, now he's about to be hanged. What the hell did he do? So while Evie is trying to bargain to set him free, he's just hanging there. But she manages to get them to cut the rope, so yay!
Well, I don't like him one bit.
Anyone I know?
Oh.
Keep it in your pants, woman. It's actually kind of funny that she's still doubting his word, despite him looking insanely sketchy at first, but still managing to show up and ready to go. Like, he could have left. That night on the boat, they have some competition to see who gets to Hamunaptra first, with these 3 American guys and this 1 British guy. They say they have a guy who's actually been there before. I wonder who that could be.
That's called foreshadowing.
Oh, and these pirates are coming to invade their ship.
Still angry about that kiss, huh?
Oh, if you call that a kiss.
Ooh, burn!
Okay, so Evie is going cause she wants to find a super rare book of the ancient city days, and Jonathan is going cause he believes there's treasure. But Rick is going to shoot whatever's in the sand. Why not just stay away, my guy?
Why did you kiss me?
No, I was about to be hanged. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
NANI?
Ooh, burn!
Surprise! My good friend!
What? Yeah, so Benny Boy is the person carrying the Americans to Hamunaptra, so...
Yeah. Goodbye, Benny.
Wow, and without hesitation too, frick. And what? He notices some wet footprints despite Benny still being in the water? Dun dun dun.
Oh, for heaven's sake, girl, it wasn't that good of a kiss anyway.
So I think she's still thinking about the kiss. Well, things get a bit hairy now. Is that a clever joke?
The map! I forgot the map!
Relax. I'm the map.
I'm the map! I'm the map!
I'm the man. So anyway, the ship is burning down, so everyone has to abandon ship.
Can you swim?
Of course I can swim!
Trust me! It calls for it!
I've always said that I can swim to save my life, but suddenly I feel like if I'm ever put in a situation like that, I'm thinking.
Americans.
That's racist. By the way, I feel like if I don't include this scene, I think I'll be getting some remarks, so here it is.
No! It looks to me like I've got all the horses! Hey, Benny! Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river!
You're welcome. So now bro can't keep it in his pants either, and they're back on their journey through the desert, and these bros are still there watching them. That morning, the two groups surprisingly meet at the same time. What a coinky-dink. And it turns into a race. You gotta love Benny Boy. But Evie manages to catch up and be the first one to cross into the city.
Girls do get it done.
And that's the way girls do it.
Do they know something we don't? They're led by a woman. What does a woman know?
No comment. Anyways, she knows exactly where that super rare golden book is supposed to be. So... well, that wasn't unsettling at all. Can I wait for y'all outside? So the two groups encounter each other after scaring each other with their sussy noises. And they're debating whose site it is, but Evie notices a lower floor, so she lets them have the top area. Meanwhile, our bro finds...
Blue gold.
Is blue gold a real thing? I always thought gold was like... gold? While the group is chatting, a sarcophagus falls from the spot they were digging to their great surprise. An American group gets a trap set on their diggers. And yeah, blue gold was holding some beetles in them. That was not fun to watch. And surprise, surprise, there's the key slot for the key. Okay, is this not a sign to go home?
Maybe this place really is cursed.
You don't say. And in comes more pirates from earlier. But Rick stops the raid with a dynamite in his pocket. Like, what the hell? Rick came prepared? So bro gives them a warning to leave the place or be mummies. Ooh. They're drinking now and Rick wonders what she's doing here with them.
I am proud of what I am.
And what is that?
I am a librarian.
Well, that was worth the wait. I may not be a chef or a baseball player or an artist, but I'm proud of what I am. Which is, I am a gamer. That morning, the American group finds a chest and reads the big warning on it with all the ominous noises. And I give Benny his props for fleeing in a situation like this because these fools decide they want to open it anyway. Actually, I can't call them fools alone because our group are being fools as well because they're trying to open up the sarcophagus. And he left a lovely message for them.
Death is only the beginning.
Back at our American fools, they find the Book of the Dead and some treasure. That night, Evie is telling the whole group that their mummy friend had a super forbidden curse put on him. The same one that we know of.
If a victim of the Homdai should ever arise, he would bring with him the 10 plagues of Egypt.
So yeah, they all dead. While British bro is sleeping, Evie just straight up steals the book.
No harm ever came from reading a book.
You sure about that? Feeling to gamble a lot, I see. So anyways, she reads from the book and awakens our mummy boy.
No! You must not read from the book!
I'm sure he has a lot to say about a woman reading the book. So now they're bombarded with a swarm of locusts. And they all scram, but Glasses Bro pulls off a Velma and Benny steps on his glasses and just completely abandons him. I mean, what do you expect from somebody like that? So while Glasses Bro is the first to go bye-bye, and our lovable fools get swarmed with a bunch of scarab beetles. And while they're distracted, Evie falls into a secret wall passageway thingy. Majiggy. Sees Glasses Bro, who can't see anymore, or speak, and sees this thing. I'm sure she wishes she didn't read that. She's hella calm for seeing something so nightmare-inducing. And for some reason, Mummy Bro calls her Anaxunamun, his lover from earlier. Rick finds her, and well, everyone sees Mummy Bro now. Appropriate response, to be honest. They run into the pirates again, but turns out they were avoiding having this very situation happen. Oh no. Back at Benny Boy now, who manages to come across Mummy Bro and still somehow worm his way out of the situation. I don't know if to be upset about that or just very proud.
And I have done that. End of job, end of story, contract terminated.
That's all I am to you, a contract.
Well, someone's salty. So while the boat leaves tomorrow, so they're stuck here for the rest of the day. Oh boy. Now Benny Boy brings up Imhotep to talk to No More Eyes Bro, and by talk, I mean suck his life force out. Meanwhile, everyone is notified because the alcohol and water turn to blood. A pretty big sellout if you're trying to be stealthy about it. You just sold yourself out, bro. So Rick comes across a filled Imhotep and is still trying to shoot at him. And Imhotep decides to rizz up Evie in the meantime. Man knows his priorities. But luckily a cat showed up and makes him flee. You gotta love these mini douchebags. Okay, you're not needed anymore. Shoot. They decide to go to the curator guy but sees the pirate talking to him. What?
We are part of an ancient secret society.
Everyone is a part of a secret society, it seems. So Rick learns why he doesn't like cats, and Evie learns that he chose her to be his sacrifice to resurrect Anaxunamun.
Bad luck, old mum.
Meanwhile, British Bro is the next victim. What the hell? Anyways, the gang learns that he's after the Book of the Dead. And would you look at that? He got another victim, the Black Book and the treasure thingy. So only 2 left before he's fully revived now. Okay, only 1 left. Not before he sneaks into Evie's room and smooches her. Man knows his priorities. Rick bursts through the door and brings his loaded kitty with him. Okay, come back, you're needed again. Loaded kitty. Anyways, turns out the super secret golden book that Evie was originally looking for might actually be the Book of Life, which in other words is the only thing that can kill him. Now another plague shows up, a bunch of brainless, living, mindless slaves for Imhotep. I had no other way I could have put it. Evie gets a location for the golden book. That was actually very smart. They get in the car and escape, but they didn't get very far before the mindless men bombard their car. And they managed to snatch the last guy. No! Wow, they're cornered now. Frick. Imhotep tells Evie to take his hand and he will spare her friend, so naturally she agrees. But he still sends the mindless zombies after them, so... Damn. But they managed to escape through a sewer.
Rescue the damsel in distress, kill the bad guy, and save the world.
Yeah, so they get a lift. Wow, bro is overpowered. And of course Rick tries to shoot at it. Again, I think he just likes having something to do, to be honest. Imhotep had them right in his mouth, but Evie kisses him to distract them so they can manage to crash safely. Go Evie, frick. Johnny Boy is fiddling with the same scarab and it gets inside him. But Rick being Rick plucks it out and gets a shot on it. So maybe I take back what I said. But the gunshot alerts Imhotep and he sends some of his generals after them. And well, now they find the treasure room. This movie would have been a lot shorter if they found that first. Oh, and the generals find them. Bing bang boom, they escape the generals. Imhotep is trying to start his rituals. Benny loads a camel with gold and they find the golden book. Pirate guy sacrifices himself to let them go, and Aksunamun is alive now. Johnny distracts Imhotep with the golden book, and Rick fights off the generals. I think Johnny Boy needs to not do anything. Ever. Right, so turns out the previous guys were priests. These guys are generals. Frick? Oh my god. So while Johnny is trying to figure out the last symbol on the command to actually control the generals, Rick has to fight them. Did I hear that right? So anyways, Aksunamun is back in the afterlife. That was quick. Johnny got the key from Imhotep, and now Rick has to fight him. Rick is just a punching bag at this point. Evie says her chant, and this blue chariot comes and takes his immortality from him. So Rick plunges his sword into him, and he goes bye-bye. Honestly though, I'd be having nightmares for months after something like that. They are way too calm. Benny Boy accidentally triggers the ancient security system. Johnny trips and loses the book. It's actually pretty commendable of Rick to still want to help save Benny Boy even after everything he put them through. Me? I for sure would have left him there. For sure. Anyways, they barely manage to escape and the entire place gets buried. Pirate Bro survives somehow. They kiss for real this time. And they manage to leave with the gold that Benny Boy so generously stocked up for them. And that's the movie. What more can I say about this movie? It's a simple action-adventure Indiana Jones type film with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. If I pronounce that properly. It was good, okay? It was good. It was really good. So go watch it yourself. Thanks for watching.